So, now that my mic, I'm looking at it, my little software, X Split Broadcaster, good software. Mic is not muted for sure. Um, Archaeological discovery from express.co.uk, mainstream site over there. Archaeology bombshell. Gold looted from Aztecs by Spanish conqueror discovered. I'm feeling I need to show you that picture now. The one I said, I might have it here. I think I need to show it. I think I'm ready to show it. Stand by. Before I get I'm going to read you this and then I'll show it, but I'm going to pause for a second so you don't have to wait. Okay, I got it on standby. I'll show it in a minute. I'll read this article. Because when I hear the word Aztec, man oh man, I think this site I'm telling you about we like to go to might have some super ancient Aztec history there. I'm going to show you this in a minute. And we think the Spanish left some stuff here hidden away for me to find hundreds of years later. As Psychic Desiree told me, and Penny Kelly, kind of in a way, said, especially Desiree, she goes, look, it's like you were in another life doing this stuff. You hid stuff there. You're going back to get your shit back. Like, your new life now, you're going to get your shit. It was yours then, and it's yours now. You put it there for the right time in the future to come back into this earth. You're here now in this soul. You're going to get your stuff. There's a purpose for this. You need this now. I thought, wow. She goes, you will have kind of the ability to see things out there that nobody else will see. Like you talk about these rocks and all these things you see. She goes, you will see things. Other people will not see the things that you see. And you need to listen to yourself, by the way. And I remember Jean-Claude told me that. He goes, don't, you may meet people or whatever, and they're like experts, and he goes, don't listen to them over yourself. If you see something and you think that's what, listen to yourself. He goes, I'm hearing that. You listen to yourself. Before I even step foot out there. Anyways. Gold looted from Aztecs by Spanish conqueror discovered. Gold looted from the Aztecs some 500 years ago was found to have been stolen by famous Spanish conquistador Hernan Cortez, archaeologists have revealed. The 1.93 kilogram, which kilogram to ounces. 1.93? 1.93 is 68 ounces. That's a 68 ounce bar. And there's 12 troy ounces to a pound. Hey, holla. So 1.93 kilogram slab of gold was discovered in a park in Mexico City in 1981 by a construction worker during excavations for a new building along the Alameda. How it got there remained a mystery, as the Aztec civilization ruled in a more southern part of Mexico, while the capital city is more north of where the Aztecs once ruled. Well, that's funny. If you keep going north, isn't New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, that border? Huh. The areas where we're looking? And it wasn't called that back at 500 years ago. There was no United States. Anyways. However, analysis of a Spanish invader's diary reveal the gold bar was looted by Hernan Cortez in 1520. Cortez was a famous Spanish conquistador who docked at Veracruz in April 1519. The following year, on June 30th, the Spanish were forced to temporarily retreat as they had just slaughtered the Aztecs' nobles and priests, leaving the Aztecs furious in a night known as Noche Triste, or Sad Night. However, Cortez did not leave without a gift, and decided to take the weighty piece of gold with him before evidently losing it. A statement from Mexico's National Institute of Anthropology and History said the so-called Noche Triste is among the episodes of the conquest that will be remembered this year, and there is only one piece of material evidence from it: a gold bar that sank 500 years ago in the canals of Tenochtitlan, and which recent analysis confirms came from the Spaniards' flight, or their fleeing out of there. Has a little picture of this thing. In case you want to take a peek, I'll share that real quick. Here she is, right there at the top of the screen. That's the gold bar. The gold bar looted from the Aztecs. This bar is a key piece of the puzzle of this historical event. They also recently discovered two 500-year-old anchors recovered at the Gulf of Mexico, which belonged to Cortez. The two anchors were embedded in sediment in depths of water, I guess, between 33 and 50 feet. The divers then reburied the anchors in order to preserve them. Remarkably, an intact wooden crosspiece had been discovered in the same vicinity last year. Subsequent analysis concluded that the artifact dates between 1450 and 1530, the same period in which Cortez arrived in the area. Cortez initially sunk 10 ships to prevent potential dissident soldiers from deserting to Cuba, according to historical documents. He sank 10 ships to stop potential dissenters from fleeing. That tells me Mr. Cortez probably wasn't the nicest ruler of that area, commanding those ships and those armies. And probably it was under his orders, you guys go slaughter these priests and these people, these high-ranking Aztecs. We're going to loot their gold. We're going to keep it. We're going to kill a bunch of them. And these people were probably like, no, we don't really want to do that. Can't we just get the gold? Like, nope. We're going to slaughter them. And any of y'all who would like to just say, no, I'm not doing it, I'm fleeing, you can't flee now because we just burned 10 ships to the ground, to the waterline. It's over. You're stuck here on the ships that remain, or you're stuck here on the island with the natives who aren't real happy with you. What's it going to be, guys? So when I hear this, it pisses me off. This is why I'm searching for what I'm searching for in America, north of Mexico City, etc. And I hope I find it. Dick Algar remote viewed a different area close by where we're working, where there's a natural cavern shaft, that he said the Indians got in a battle with the Spanish, won that battle, took everything from the Spanish, dumped it inside this cavern or this tunnel, covered it with rocks, and left it there. It's been there ever since. I sent him he sent me pictures that he drew of that remote viewing session. This is a while ago. He drew them on paper, scanned them, sent them to me. I then sent him video of our drive out the mountain road to this mountain area. He then sends me a picture back, paused where I have it, where he drew it, and said, here's what I saw. It's identical to what my camera picked up. He drew it on paper without ever seeing it. I took the camera footage after he sent me the picture because I was curious. He just drew the entire road out here. How the hell does he know that? Very shocking. It was awesome. So he also drew one from above this mountain area. And I thought, I'm putting my drone up over there. I'll just keep going. So we did, me and Dave. This was back in April, I think. Last year. And he sends it back. Hey, here it is. Here's what I drew right there. He described what it was and then drew it. The way the front had nothing growing, like more deserty looking, not much growth of any kind of plant. The backside, however, yes, it was. Lots of growth, bushes, trees, things. In a very, very tight, steep ravine. And on the left side of this ravine, he said, he wrote his own little big X. Somewhere over here is what I saw them hiding this stuff. He goes, so that's where I would look. I thought, okay. This is a whole different thing. This is another one. And then we got a lead about this Eagle Canyon thing I mentioned the last time we were there, as I talked in my other video. We have our main site. We have, and they're fairly close. They're not like you can walk to them, but generally speaking, they're fairly close. We have our main site. We've got the Dick Algar site. We've got the Eagle Cliff site. And all I think about is that Indian Fred the Indian. You're going to find it. You're going to find what you're looking for. Wait a minute. there's other ones too. You're going to find those too. So like you'll find that one, and then you'll find another. There's other ones. You're gonna find those too. I thought, wow, I think I know the 3 that we're gonna find. I hope. So that I can get some of that money from gold or whatever the hell's in there, and give back to the Indian communities across this nation, regardless if they lived in the area or not. You need help? J-Snip and friends are coming to town. J-Snip's coming to town. Yeah, yeah. J-Snip's coming to town. J-Snip, Dave, and JC coming to town. And they don't even know this. These people don't even know I'm out here trying to do this stuff. And universe is slowing me down. Joe, slow down. Got a baby born. You gotta slow you down, buddy. No. Universe, let me go. Please let me go. No, no. That's please don't go. Please let me go, universe. So let's let me show you something. Share screen now. So this is from my drone back in November of 2018. One of the places we visited I told you about. And you see what I've got squared off over there on the left? That unequivocally is a face. And I'm going to zoom in and move this. So you can have a little better view. There's something else on that same cliff rock structure, whatever you want to call this. Not just that face sitting there. Above it and to the left is something carved in, again, thousands and thousands of year old terrible shape, in my opinion. Sitting down with a face and something on its head. And I'm now going to use my mouse. So it's facing us, slightly looking to the left. Here's the face. We'll look at my mouse. This is the face. So that would be like the right eyeball since it's looking at us. This would be the left eyeball. This is some type of crown or headrest, something on its head. Again, this is the whole face right here. It's sitting. I don't know if this is part of like the chair. It's just deteriorated. Now we can't tell anymore. Here's his body. So this would be like his chest area down to his waist. Down here. His left knee, again, since he's facing us, is bent and it's going down. The robe or the clothing, whatever it was wearing, is in between his legs. Quite possibly part of the chair sticking out, I'm not sure. And then his right knee is bent. Again, he's looking at us. This is the right knee or leg. And then I don't know what this little thing protruding out is. Was that part of his arm back in the day? Is it cut off, deteriorated? Did it fall off the mountain? You know, I don't know. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit more, just if that helps you at all. Get a little better look at that. What and how old is this? That is the question. You can clearly see it has a shadow, the face with the square around it. You can see it clearly has a shadow all the way around the back side. It is 3D sticking off the side of this cliffside, where everything else here is pretty flat. But this is not. You can see the eyes right here. Here's the right eye. It's looking at us. Left eye. And the mouth right here. Mouth, open mouth. It has an open mouth. Again, is this some kind of head thing it's wearing? Like some type of hat thing? Again, I'm not familiar with ancient cultures like this, so I'm just talking crap right now. But then again, back up here, what is this thing? And if it's in this condition, where you could barely make it out, how old is that? This is one of our hot spots, by the way. So over to the right of the photo, you can see this little thing like, hey, what's that? Someone been digging in here? What the hell is that? That's not us. This I labeled monument, because this big thing, I've cut off part of the top just from the camera view, whatever, but it almost looks like it's looking up at this mountain. I'm gonna show you something else interesting. Hang on. Okay, so this is very close to that face I just showed you. It's up a little bit higher, just a little bit higher, and to the right and in. And I'm like, what is this? Because this is no longer, see down here, this stuff, these two arrows? See the color of that? That's the color of the mountain I just showed you. That's what it's supposed to look like. When you see this tan color up everywhere else in the scene, someone's been picking or cutting or whatever at this area. That's what that represents. So I, with my drone, said, huh, what is this thing that looks kind of cut out to me? But more importantly, there's a pedestal rock thing here. Again, shaped color as the mountain. Same color as the mountain. And it's got like one here. And it's all one rock. I touched this thing. A second one here. A bit cut into this one, but a third one up here. And then something that looks like a head with an elongated back skull piece looking into this hole, or this little square, or whatever. So, you know, its eyeballs are up here looking in to this thing. And it's on this like pedestal. And it has a mouth. You can see the mouth. It has a nose. And then the eyeballs like staring at this thing. Let me zoom into that, see if that helps any. I found all this. This was all one shot of the drone footage from the same area. And I found all this interesting stuff. That's when I said, I'm going to take a bunch of pictures out of the drone footage and send it to Sharon Michelle. And just ask her, because Dick couldn't tell me for sure. Like, he goes, I don't know, I was at a real far away view from this scene that I saw. And it looked really steep. That doesn't look like the right steepness and terrain that I saw. The terrain's similar, but he goes, I don't think it. So I think he's actually looking at something else nearby. But anyways, I sent it to Sharon Michelle. 3 questions. Is there treasure in this mountain? Do any of these 6 or 8 pictures lead to it somehow to get in? And is it cursed? She came back, I don't think it's cursed. This one. The other one might be, the one that Dick saw. Could be. She goes, I don't think it's cursed. I think this Indian spirit that's there, I do sense him. I can see him doing old rituals and things in there. It was very sacred grounds. He just didn't want anyone there bothering anything, much less the Spanish coming and warring and killing his people and dumping stuff inside his special place, you know, treasures and things. Like, he's not happy about that. If you and your 2 friends go, he would see you guys as like spiritual guys. Okay, you guys are welcome. She goes, that's how I feel. I was kind of honored by that, to be honest with you. So I sent her one of this. These are some of the pictures I sent her. And she said, nope, it's picture number 6. This, by the way, is not picture number 6. Matter of fact, I don't have picture 6 on here right now. But it's just the side of a cliff anyways. There's no entrance. She's like, you have to find your way in. She goes, I don't know how you're going to do that. You're going to have to dig like in a crevice or something and dig. Like, she goes, it's not going to be easy. She goes, I see digging and lots of digging. And once you get in, though, then it gets a lot easier. Then you're like at the home stretch. You'll get to it quick at that point. And I thought, wow. Just blown away by all this. All this stuff is there that I'm showing you in this one location. Within, I don't know, call it 2 acres of land, if that. Clearly, people were here. Do you think there might be some tunnels that are hidden here from ancient times? I do. And I want to find it. Who's calling? I don't know. Let's see.